morning, YouTube fam, and welcome to another episode of what used to be known as Fish Fry Friday, and now we're calling it Fish and Dat. And we'll tell you all about why we're making the change. All right, family. Today's video is all about my fishing setup from A to Z. It starts with the refrigerator, my pole setup, where I keep them stored, the Jeep, how I keep my poles and my gear stored in the Jeep, so I'm always ready to go fishing at any time. So right now, I got fish all in this freezer. That's what this freezer is for. It's all about mine. It's beer and fish. And I don't drink really beer, but you know what I'm saying. But family, so we're gonna go ahead. What I'm trying to do is I got things all mixed up, and I like to try to keep my fish in these main compartments, but I've kind of overfished. So we're gonna pull some things out, take some of the vegetables out. We're going on the RV trip, so we're gonna put a few things in the RV, try to rearrange the freezer in the house and get this thing back organized. So family, y'all stand by. This is the first thing we're gonna do. Then we're gonna introduce y'all to the rest of the setup and tell you all about the name change. All right, family, y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, fam, part one of my fishing setup is done. I wasn't planning on doing a full cleaning, but here we are. All right, family, y'all ready for the big reveal? Booyah! All right, family, let me walk y'all through this real quick because this video is going to wind up being real long. All right, first and foremost, I have way too much fish. I am looking at about 40 bags of fish. Now, the way I originally set this up was fish in the bottom tray, fish in the second tray. This is anything else, vegetables. You see I have cauliflower rice in there, rice, my vegetable packs. Those marshmallows actually were for fishing. I heard the catfish like marshmallow. I just haven't found gotta get a sinker big enough to sink them. This is my small cooler. If you've been around the channel for a while and you watch my fishing, I put I fill this up to about right here with water. I freeze it, and in the morning when I'm ready to go fishing, I simply pull that out and put it in my big ice chest. That keeps the entire ice chest cool. I put a little bit of ice out of the other refrigerator, ice maker in there, and that keeps my setup so I don't have to go out and purchase ice. So there you have it, family. That's about 40 bags of fish. I had some even down here in the bottom. I took those out. So I got some odds and ends right here. That is actually string for crabbing, and 40 bags of fish. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. This is my ready, set, go area. By that I mean, when I'm ready to, right before I'm ready to thaw fish out, say to cook for the next day, or I make a catch where I have a big fillet, a big catfish fillet, or a big drum fillet, I put it in that area, and that note is next to be cooked. So that's my transition, my area, my battered up area, if you will. So there you have it, ice chest, battered up area, odds and ends, vegetables, anything not fish, non-fish, that's fish, and that's fish. All right, family, in this area, this is just basically, I use it for my basic refrigerations, odds and ends, but this area right here is dedicated. I got it set up just for the right height for bait. So I keep 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 boxes of bait in that area, so I'm always ready. I keep eggs right there. I usually take eggs with me when I go camping just in case, or go fishing, just in case I get hungry. I want to boil me an egg. I want to scramble some eggs. I decided to fillet some fish while I'm out there and cook it. I got fish and eggs, and I usually carry one of my vegetable packs with me. I pulled that one out. I started it in the Hot Logic and I decided I didn't want it, so I put it in the fridge. Think it's still good. All right, family, so that's that portion of the setup. I'm gonna run y'all through the rest of my garage setup for fishing real quick, so this video ain't 30 minutes long. All right, family. Next up is I keep my rods, 2 of them up here. I also have a rod over here. And that was my original setup before I bought my rod holders. I had my rod just hanging here on the garage door rail, but I think I'm gonna take that one and put it over here. And so all my rods will be in one place. My bait caster, I got it set up with some of those hooks, right? These hooks like so. I just put one in the eye and let it rest down here. And I have not learned how to use that thing as of yet. All right, the next part of my setup, fam, and this is uniquely me, is I have 2 drawers in my toolbox dedicated to fishing. I got line here. I got bait, artificial bait, more line. I got weights. I got weedless hooks, anything fishing related in this drawer. String for crabbing, you name it. In the bottom drawer, I have more of my bobbers and things of that nature. And that's what this drawer is dedicated for. So when I run out of stuff in the truck or I run low, I come in this drawer, pull it out, boom. I got playing cards for me and Lady Red when we get ready to go camping. And we're going camping this weekend as soon as this video is over. All right, fam, so that's that portion of the setup. All right, family, last but not least, the Jeep is usually parked right here. So when I am ready to go fishing, it takes me literally 2 minutes to get ready to go. And here's the setup in the Jeep. Most of y'all, if you follow the channel, you have seen this before. This is my big ice chest. When I'm ready to go fishing, I simply take this, open it, take it out, open it up. I put that red cooler on the inside, put my bait in there to keep those cool, but not frozen. And that's why that ice chest comes in handy. It keeps this one just cool enough to keep the bait cool and keep any food or drink in there cool. All right, the next part of my setup, I keep my fishing bag here at all times. Even when Miss Fitzgerald is in here riding with me or I'm sleeping back here, that fishing bag hangs right there and it doesn't impede my sleeping. And last but not least, fam, my rods. Now, the way I have my rods secured in here, and I keep them with me at all times. They're just high enough. They don't interfere with Lady Red. They don't interfere with me when I'm driving. I have a bungee cord up front. Boom. I have a noodle cut to keep them separated where they don't get all twisted up. And they run across that bungee cord. Let me take y'all up front. The bungee cord is wrapped around my roll bar right here, as you can see. And it just tied into itself right here. And I also have my curtain on here, so when I'm camping at night, I pull the curtain for privacy. And I have them, I drilled 2 holes right here. I ran a tie wrap through there and secured the bungee cord so it doesn't sag so much in the middle. And those are my rods. That's my big boy right there for my big catfish, my big drum. This is my 2 smaller ones, and they're set up right now for, one set up for bass, and the other one set up for anything else. All right, family, so that is my fishing setup as far as that goes. I think I said last but not least, but this is last but not least. Oh, in the back, I have these set up. I got it set up 3 different ways, or 2 different ways. I have a ring right here. I took this covering off of my roll bar. I ran a tie wrap through there and I cut a small slit in this covering. I ran the tie wrap out, put the ring through it, and then secured the tie wrap. So when this rod is not in here, when I do travel without them, all you see hanging right there is that ring. You don't see a tie wrap or anything. On this one, I just use a small bungee cord, so it makes this removable. So if I'm traveling, I only want to carry 1 rod. This is my permanent setup. There's another one over here for a second rod, but I got my suitcase or my backpack tied to that one right now. And then the third way I have it is another bungee cord, but I have you know what those things are called. I have one of those hooked there, so I can also remove that one. If Fitzgerald rides in here, I sometimes take this one out so he doesn't accidentally hit that one or get hooked. All right, family. Now, last but not least, this drawer is dedicated to my stove and fishing. This one, it just carries my fishing knife. This carries my pole holder, some excess bobbers if needed, just fishing gear. So this portion is dedicated to my knife, has my bell for me to put on my big rig, so if something hits it. We got some seasoning stuff back there for my for when I do cook fish on the go. Boom, we're all set up and ready to go. All right, fam. So hopefully this video is not too long, but that's been the down and dirty of my fishing setup from house to Jeep. So I am ready to go fishing, like I said, in less than 3 minutes every morning. Whenever I decide to go fishing, not like I fish every morning, but you get the idea. All right, fam, like I told you at the beginning of this video, I was going to explain to y'all the name change. We have a subscriber by the name of Seventh Son. He is an avid, he is dedicated to the channel. He's one of our favorites. And I hate saying that, but I love all my subscribers. But anyway, fam, Seventh Son suggested as soon as I started that playlist, he said, Rosie, why don't you call it, instead of calling it Fish Fry Friday, why don't you call it Fishing That, along with this and that? So I thought about it for a while. I went on for a couple of weeks and I passed it in front of Lady Red, the board of directors. She said, I like that idea. This and that, fishing that. So as of this episode, we're going to officially calling the channel Fishing That. That's going to take me a few minutes, a few days, a few weeks to commit that to memory because I've called it Fish Fry Friday ever since its conception. But from this day forward, this will be known as Fish and That. I've already changed the name on the playlist, and I will keep reminding myself as well as y'all, Fishing That, and to coincide with this and that. All right, family, I think I've carried on long enough. The video is probably going to be rather lengthy with the cleaning portion of the refrigerator, but I think my setup is unique. I don't know if anybody else would have that type of setup. I got everything. I know people have their rods and reels in the garage. They have a garage refrigerator. But I have a dedicated space for my fish, a dedicated space for my vegetables, a dedicated space for my worms. Everything is where it needs to be. That enables me to leave and be ready to go. If my brother-in-law calls me and say, brother-in-law, meet me at 6:30, and it is 6:25, I am in the Jeep and there on time. All right, family. I think I covered everything in my unique fishing setup. So we're going to go ahead and bring this one in for a landing. This has been a different type of episode for, I was about to say Fish Fry Friday, for Fishing That. So family, if y'all enjoyed this episode, if y'all gained anything from this, if you learned anything, if this helped you with your setup, y'all give your boy a thumbs up and consider becoming a subscriber to the channel. The more subscribers, I would love to reach 10,000. It probably won't be this year, but in 2024, my goal is to reach 10,000 subscribers, get me a plaque, and I think I'm good after that. I don't know. I just want to reach that milestone. All right, family. Y'all take care, and I will catch y'all in the next episode. It's your boy Rosie. Peace.